Yes, hello tradies. Welcome to your segment, also known as Mitch's segment, also known as Just Quickly. We've still got some $150 vouchers for St Andrews to give away, Mitchell. So why don't you tell us who the first name on the list is?
Voice message 1. Let's go to Harry.
Just quickly, it pains me to say this as a North Melbourne supporter who's been living in beautiful Tasmania for the past 3 years, but I have some positive feedback for our man Sam. Now, I know on the podcast we're big fans of the doorstop, but my mind was blown this morning as I was walking through Southern Cross Station, and what did I see but Sam trailing new Tassie Devils boss Brendan Gale through Southern Cross, platform 13, I believe. And I just want to appreciate him taking his craft to the next level with the train doorstop. I don't think we've seen something like that before. Incredible stuff. Thanks, boys.
That is incredible detail. Thank you, Harry.
And I am just learning for the first time that I was walking behind Brendan Gale at Southern Cross. How did I miss that?
He's about 6'8".
Yeah. Probably wouldn't have chatted to him.
Oh. Not on the best of terms.
Oh, no, I'm fine. I just don't get the sense that he's a big fan of mine.
Is this predate his Tassie Devils days?
Well, we had a couple of differences of opinion.
He wouldn't have seen you in Jeremy Rockcliffe's office and thought, hey, he's back on board the Devils.
Oh, because you think I'm being brought back in to the tent. Is that what you're saying?
Sam gets it stuck into me for doorstops and, hanging outside buildings like I was last night at the Builders Arms. We've now had 2 in the last month. You at the Mount Erica.
Oh, yeah.
And now you're trailing Brendan Gale through Southern Cross.
Yeah, that's not unfair. At least one of which I knew about. Thanks, Harry. Good spotting.
Oh, you knew about it? You didn't just rock up unannounced at Mount Erica?
Sorry, as in when I saw them, I went up to them.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't know about it. Or did I? Cody, welcome.
Yes. Hello, Mitch. Hello, Sam. First time, long time.
Yes.
Just quickly, on the back of the story coming out post-match of Cam Zurhaar and the battle he went through to get up for the game with his foot issue, I'm just interested on your thoughts around how much players go through week to week to get their bodies up for games, and we know the amount of surgeries they go through post-season. And I'm just interested to gather your thoughts. Pretty hot topic when you have people like Kane Cornes slamming fitness programs and how much time players actually put in. But I think sometimes we forget how much they go through with their bodies week to week to get up for games. Thank you.
Great point.
It's an amazing point.
Except the Kane bit.
And I've often marvelled at players' abilities to not only recover from injuries, but the guys who just constantly play sore. I reckon it's one of the most untalked about things in football. I know that untalked isn't a word. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know where to take that other than to be like, it's simply incredible.
Yeah.
And it's probably when people are talking about red light or green light, Sam Mitchell style, on whiteboards, one of the things is probably the ability to deal with and play through injury, right?
Yeah.
Like I'm just picking blokes out at random. Someone like Patrick Cripps is quite well known at Carlton for just playing through extreme pain.
Yeah.
The Cam Zurhaar one that Cody brings up is a great example.
Yeah.
And there would be other players, Mitch, that, and I'm not going to mention them by name because I think that's unfair, but there are guys who have reputations of just not being able to play with niggles.
Yeah.
It doesn't make them soft or it doesn't make them say they don't go hard at the footy. It's just they're people that, if they wake up and they're not feeling 100% spot on, or suddenly they've got a little bit of awareness in one of their muscles that they can't play. So that probably has an impact on their trade value.
For those who didn't catch up, Cam Zurhaar had a foot injury. He said his foot ballooned and he had to wear size 15 boots to play the game.
Pretty cool story.
Yeah.
He kicked 4?
Kicked 4, yeah.
He played really well.
And played well. Yeah, I think we forget or we overlook the hyperbaric chambers and the ice bars and all the stuff outside of footy.
Yep.
Players, more and more players are getting saunas put in their houses, I see as well.
Well, it's because lots of money.
Yes.
Spend some money.
Little deals.
Probably a tax deduction as well.
Yeah.
Smart.
But yeah, players do go above and beyond in most cases.
Have you ever had a sauna?
Yes.
Okay. When was your most
Wow.
recent? When was your most recent sauna?
On holiday in New Zealand in December.
Okay. Did you enjoy it?
Yeah.
Okay.
You?
Yeah, I would have one most weeks.
Yep.
Yeah, had one last week.
Do the hot colds?
The hot coals. No,
Hot colds.
Oh, yeah, infrared into ice bath.
Yeah.
310, 310, 310. That's the way to do it. My man, Obi. Anyway, we digress. Thanks, Cody. Mike.
G'day, boys. First time, long time. Sam, I have some issues with your thoughts around travelling teams and interstate teams, but I digress. Just quickly, I've got some thoughts. I'm a West Coast fan at heart, coming from Brisbane, around priority picks and that situation. I absolutely do not think West Coast deserve a priority pick. I think it's ridiculous. The priority pick situation is just a farce. But I have thought about whether or not a situation like the Formula One, where they have a flexible cost cap based around where you finish in the championship for the following season, where some teams have more time allocated for wind tunnels and things like that. Would it be worth having a flexible soft cap so teams finishing at the top obviously have a lower soft cap than teams finishing at the bottom, so that teams can employ additional coaches for development or spend it how they wish. Anyway, love your thoughts. Bye.
Gee, we've got a smart audience, don't we?
Yeah.
It's such a cool message from Mike.
And it's a really good insight into our tradies community. One said they agree with you, one said they don't. So
I'll let you answer this. I'll let you answer the majority of this question. I'll just give my quick view. I think that the soft cap should be the same. For me, I think all footy departments should be able to spend the same. I just think it should be increased, as a lot of coaches have said.
that was on the menu at the Builders Arms last night.
Yep, even though you weren't there in the room. I can't believe your man Deals didn't feed you.
Private room.
Yeah, but you could have got like a little. You could have just flicked you.
I went to the Middle Park
$25
for dinner with Kate afterwards.
Did you? Good food at the Middle Park.
Yes.
They've redone it, and it's anyway. I digress. I like footy department spend where it is. I'd probably go the other way to Mike, and I would employ your system of the lottery.
Yeah. I don't mind the fact that the more developing clubs need more money in their soft cap to spend for development coaches and these.
Yeah, but West Coast aren't a developing club. They're like the biggest club in the country. Or are you talking about developing team?
Developing your team.
Yeah, no.
So like Geelong, for example, experience list, they don't need as many development coaches as Richmond right now.
Yeah, but it opens it up for manipulation.
Yeah.
Because you suddenly employ a development coach who's not really developing. He's actually just another assistant.
I don't know why clubs don't go over the soft cap. Because I know you got to pay $1.
They don't want to pay the tax.
Yeah, you don't have to pay the tax. Everyone pays tax though. You pay tax. I pay tax. Scotty pays tax.
I try to pay as little tax as possible.
Yeah, that's the aim of the game.
Very good afternoon to the ATO.
But if you're West Coast, you've got that much money. But they got 70 mil in the bank.
Yeah, what are they spending that on?
Just go and pay an extra $1 million in your soft cap and you cop 2. Does it matter? You might help you win a flag.
It'd be frowned upon though. Legal but frowned upon would be my answer to that.
Who cares? Footy's a competitive game.
It is. All right, a little window into competitive Mitch. Oliver.
People are too nice.
Just quickly, fellas, with the Gold Coast Suns having 3 first-round picks this year, do they use them solely for points, or do they target another established star while they're in the premiership window?
Ooh.
Thank you. Love the content, boys.
Ooh. Thanks, Oliver. I need to think about that one. What do the Suns need?
It's a good question. They're pretty well set up, aren't they?
Yeah, I like their back line. They've probably got the best mids in the comp.
Is Matt Real an A-grader?
Not yet.
Ooh,
How about my call about Anderson being an A-grader, by the way?
Yeah.
Do we just talk about that just for a second?
Yeah.
And the way that it was disputed and dismissed, mainly by a man Corn.
Well, did he go hard on the Anderson one?
He's just about the best player in the comp.
He's up there. Did you see Matt Real's answer to my question on his contract?
He gave you nothing. Did you enjoy playing footy, Mitch? I like that you asked it though. I also got a lot of feedback about your linen shirt kit in Darwin.
What do you reckon?
Yeah, no, most of the feedback was more of that, please.
Okay.
Yeah, which I agreed with.
I was worried you were going to go the other way.
No. I liked casual Mitch. Big yes.
Do you know who?
Can you shut your phone up?
Do you know who
please?
also was in Darwin?
Cyril Reilly.
My man, Zeke the Freak Yuland. I thought, is it weird for me to go up and get a photo with a 17-year-old? And I thought against it.
Please say that you didn't.
I didn't.
Oh.
I was going to get a photo and put it in the group chat, but I didn't. I thought I'd wait for him to get drafted. But they got him on, he was on the post game on 7 with Heyman.
What was Oliver's question in the end?
What do the Suns need with those 3 first rounds?
Yeah.
Well, they've got academy kids, and it's harder this year to match academy points. So I must put that out there. This year, the AFL, because of the pushing of the clubs like St Kilda, the Victorian clubs have got their way. The Northern clubs are going to have to pay more for their academy players this year.
Be worth asking Dusty if he's absolutely done. I'm kidding. Everyone, I'm kidding.
What do they need? Geez, I'd like to see Malcolm Roses play like he did in Darwin. A good crumbing small forward. Keep that form up. I think their bookends are really good.
Just another forward, like a general forward, would be nice, wouldn't it?
Ben Long's been very good.
Yeah, Ben Long's been really good. Yeah. Does Ben King need help? Or is Jed Walter doing that?
Jed Walter.
Enough.
Ethan Reid.
Yeah, I like Ethan Reid. They don't need much. Good question, Oliver. Geez, who are we going to give the voucher to? Let's hear from Luke first.
G'day, Sam and Mitch. Big fan of the show. Long time, first time. Just a bit of a micro Mitch question here for you.
Oh, no.
Given the complete lack of transparency in Australia and the AFL specifically about salaries and contract length and those types of things, I have to imagine that Mitch keeps some kind of a giant spreadsheet of player salaries and contract length and future cap projections and such things, perhaps based on whispers or scuttlebutt or just general reporting. Anyway, would be keen to know. Thanks, guys. Have a good one. Bye.
Sadly, Luke, I do. It is something I put a lot of work into.
Which is what?
My Excel spreadsheet.
But on reports? Or
No, on
players?
contracts and things like that.
Yeah. Did he also ask if you keep like notes on people's reporting?
On other people's reporting?
Yeah.
I don't know, did he? He was asking if you... I record whispers down that I hear. Yeah.
Oh, right. Yeah.
So if someone reports something and links a player to that club, I'll probably jot it down. So it's in my...
I like it.
Yeah, so I can follow it up at some point.
Very micro.
The closer we get to trade period.
Have I told you about my whiteboard at home?
No.
Has this not reached the airwaves yet?
We do a show.
I'll take a photo.
We do a show that revolves around a whiteboard. We're 3 years in and you haven't mentioned you got a whiteboard at home. How the hell is that possible?
I actually don't know. I've only been at this home for just over a year. Yeah. But my office has a whiteboard. On wheels.
On stories you're working on?
Yeah. And when people come over, I put a cover over it.
John Longmire style.
Yeah. How have I not mentioned this?
Yeah.
I'll take a photo and we'll send it to the socials that I don't have.
So if you ever invite the tradies team over for dinner...
We should do that.
We'll have a towel over
the tradies team over for dinner. Yeah, I wouldn't let you near it.
Right.
What would I cook? I think I'd do a ribeye. Ribeye in the oven. I think.
What would you pair it with?
I'd do some green beans with garlic and chili. And I'd add some mushrooms with a little bit of balsamic, a little bit of butter.
Who are we giving the voucher to?
I like Cody. What do you think?
No, I'm all for that.
What did Cody talk about?
No, I can't remember.
Cody, you won
the
$150 voucher to St Andrews Brewery at Melbourne Park, the only place to be before a game at the G. Spend it wisely.